Pisces, to save some time, I already shuffled the cards and laid them out. I use a 10-card Celtic spread to look at past, present, and future influences for the month. And this July is got to be about you. I see that there's a lot of outside influences pulling you in a lot of different directions. And it has been for quite a while. But more importantly, your mindset and your heart and your spirit really need to get in alignment again in a really good vibe, because it's been beating yourself up, really beating up your spirit, your mind, your heart. You've just been really heavy on yourself, and it's not necessary, okay? And I need you to untangle. And most importantly, it's the way that you're talking about yourself and thinking about yourself, especially in correlation to other people. And especially if you've been taking care of other people or trying to help other people, whether it's emotionally, financially, physically, even whatever the dynamic is, there's been a lot of pressure on you, and it's continuing through the month. But the most important thing is the way that you balance your mind and your spirit right now, and make sure that you're having self-care, which leads to self-esteem and self-love, because that's the kind of key to keep the balance. It's got to be about you as well as other people, because life is shifting for you right now in a really new direction. It's a little unscary. You're uncertain where it's going, but it's definitely for your betterment. So I don't want you playing with fear and anxiety or worry, because that's just going to block any creativity, and especially more importantly, it's going to block any kind of relaxation that you really need to take for yourself. It's a really kind of meditative state month for you. That's where you're going to get the best benefit out of it. So let's kick into why I'm saying it. So in that first card placement, the significator, the general gist of the reading, I've got the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is a refresh, rejuvenation in the new direction of the heart. It's like a refresh and a restart, okay? And you're coming out of a tough time of recognizing people in situations, ups and downs of the love journey, right? You know, from family to partners to friends, everything's been affected on the journey to the eight. But again, we get a refresh because we've kind of decided what stays and what goes. And we're unsure where we're going to go next, but we know that we need to move out of this land because it's not good for us. And this is a shadowland of emotional and spiritual growth, and kind of heartfelt growth as well, okay? Pisces has been going through that as well. But it's all, again, what do you want to do, because it's got to be about you. So we got the first card placement, the significator, the general gist of the reading, and the overall feel, okay? And then the seventh card placement, jumping around a little bit, is the how we're feeling about self. And that's why I'm saying that there's a new life coming, because the death card is there. It's a major arcana card. And sometimes it expands. It's like new life in the most basic terms. But we could even lose people in the physical world and that have moved on to the spirit world. We could lose people here that we've just broken up or separated with. Whatever the dynamics are, the message is the same. We don't want to linger in the past, but we need to move forward. And that's being validated with that Eight of Cups. I know you feel it in your heart. And that's where everything begins for the magic of a Pisces, right? So again, recognize that that's happening. The death card is for our betterment. And if you have people on the other side, they're there to help as well, okay? But this is all about you moving forward in the direction that you want to do. And maybe you're beating yourself up because maybe you feel obligated in a lot of ways, even legally or contractually, because that crossing card, which is preventing the first card placement from really kind of manifesting for you to be able to move on, is a King of Swords. And the King of Swords is really a cool guy in the journey of the swords. He's the regal leader of balancing our heart and our head. And that would give me an indicator that you're not doing that for yourself, because it's crossing this manifestation. And that would just be an indicator that you're not being fair to yourself either, okay? You're giving more credence or more importance to other people and their situations than to your own, all right? If you have to fulfill legal obligations, definitely fulfill those, because that's a must, all right? But don't linger in like a way that it's beating yourself up, like you're kind of hurting yourself in that narrative of the negative, okay? Because there's always a solution to these kinds of combos. But it's most importantly about being honest with yourself and figuring out your truth of what you want to do, and don't ever compromise. That would also be another thing. So let's say you want to move on and you're compromising yourself, like you're not, like, let's say you want a divorce or you want to separate, that would be an indicator that you're not allowing that to happen for your betterment. You're bending to the will of other people. And I think that speaks in these next two cards, especially too. In the third card placement, I like to say it's the top of the matter in the 10 card spread. I like to say it's God's direction on how to get through the month. And we have another major arcana card here. We have the Devil, and we have a couple of here. So we're having that definitely new life in a new direction kind of pathway happening. And the devil's kind of freedom in the overall term of tarot, but there's a variety of ways we get there. It's sexual pleasure, going a little bit, wanting to experiment and figure out what our sexual desires are in that freedom way. It's also a freedom from addiction, recognizing that truths where those we might be held down. But a lot of times for me, it's been recently in the last year or so, it's been formulating where we're looking at people in a devilish manner, or and then even that equals translating to beating up ourselves, that we're feeling like we're being devilish to other people. Okay, it's just a review state, and it's also that, again, the validation is that you need to do you and be free from any of these kind of thoughts. And also too, I'll say this under that umbrella: if you're holding any revenge or kind of like anxiety, or like because you want to have that justice, it would fall into a little bit of the domain of the devil as well. Leave that to God in the universe. You don't need to go there. And most importantly, if you're looking at other people in a devilish manner, like they're really kind of harming you, really reflect on that. And again, if you have to use legal things, whatever is the best for your betterment, don't be afraid to do it, because at the end of the day, the sword's journey is about your identity and speaking up for yourself. Okay. And that combo would really fit well with the devil of getting freedom for yourself. So don't look at yourself like that, and don't look at others. And it kind of frees your mind in that beautiful way that the devil is meant to manifest. Okay. And in the fourth card placement, that base of the matter, I'd like to say the gut feeling is the Four of Cups. Oh, nice. 4-4. So again, 4-4 is 8. It's another refresh. And the Four of Cups in the area of the heart is the firm foundation to build upon, right, on your heart. So that's really kind of the key here. What do you want to do, Pisces, next? And if you don't have it all completely figured out, or you're still obligated and you have to juggle one hand over here, the whole mindset is not looking at things like a burden, okay? And also, too, the thing, maybe this is with the devil, because we got the 3 up here and the 4 here in that base. And the Four of Cups, again, the firm foundation in the heart, but in my deck, it also means chitter-chatter, gossip from other people. Everyone's got an opinion, how you do your life, how much time they want for you to spend with them. You need to do this to make a good partner. You need to do that to have a good life. Everyone's got an opinion in the Four of Cups. And that's cool, but it's all meant for you to decide what stays in your life and what doesn't. If there's certain things that hit a nerve, like you need to look at it, like, okay, go ahead, do it. That's part of the review. But if it doesn't suit your narrative or your heart, then just kind of poo-poo it away and get it out of your mindset, because I think it's dragging you down, your creativity and your ability to move forward. And you were really moving forward so nicely in the past card reflection, in that 5th card placement, the 6 of Wands, a celebratory state. We're coming together with other people. So again, here's a clue. So if you're feeling a little stuck or overextended, pull on those good people. Again, the 6 is a celebratory state for the creative idea, but I come together with kindred spirits. And I think that's also been part of the Pisces journey. You've been figuring out who you want in your life, or what kind of characteristics, integrity, ethics, values, how you want to live your life as a person in that kind of spirit manner, as well as the emotion and the intellect. It's all kind of the trio, though, that you've been achieving for yourself, and you expect that around other people. And the 6 of Wands would say that you have that. So trust that. So if you have to pull on that vibration right now to just feel good in the sunshine of the friendship of the people that love you, that's definitely okay. That's part of the Pisces vibe. That's why they love you, okay? And I can see in the present, that's why I'm saying we can't let getting in that burden set. It's a 6 card placement. We have the present is another major arcana card, the Chariot. And in modern day tarot, I could handle anything. I'm being pulled in different directions. I'm not going to let that get the better of me. So then let's take that a little bit deeper into the ancient tarot. In a lot of decks, as the older decks, you won't even see the chariot rider holding on to the reins, because he has such mastery of thought. Because whatever starts in our mind, it's going to come out our words, it's going to come out our actions, and either it's going to be pretty or not, especially under the pressure of the chariot. And that's the lesson of the chariot. It means that you have that mastery, all right? So just apply it. Again, you're 2 fish. You can put that balance. And it's, again, the balance, right? We don't get pulled in one way of the negative or even in the positive. We keep a perfect balance. And again, maybe that's also why the king is here on that side. You're feeling a little off balance. You're not getting your fair, just time to do what you've got to do. So find that time. Make that structure. Make that schedule for you. Put yourself first and foremost. And then everything else kind of comes about it. Because also, too, the chariot's kind of like the temperance. If you're not in balance, everything else kind of goes by the wayside. So you need to make sure sure you're achieving that kind of stand and confidence within yourself. That's where it all starts, right? And you've got this, because then when the Chariot appears, it means you have that mastery. So pat yourself on the back, Pisces. That's really good. And here's part of the reward, like we said in the self, is a death card. It's a new day dawning. It's dawning around you. It's a lovely thing. It's going into lush fields, new landscapes, and potential and opportunities. Okay, so I want you to keep your eye on that, because that's where your hope and joy is. And I know you know this, Pisces, okay? So in 8, how other people look at you in that 8th position is the 5 of Wands. And the 5 is good luck in the area of the creative. So we're coming together with building that firm foundation after the 4 in the area of the creative. But now we're getting over our dragons. We're getting over our insecurities, fears, and anxieties, whether it's putting ourselves out there or our ideas. We all have to do that, right? We all have to get over that challenge of, like, just those insecurities, fears, and anxieties that build up in the normal state of sense. Okay, but that's not what we're meant to play with. Okay, worry just depletes creativity. It depletes your ability to move forward. So let's not get all hung up on that. Like when I used to do writing, I would get so hung up on formatting instead of realizing that I need to just focus on the words. Okay, that's what this is kind of is. It's probably really silly stuff in a lot of ways that's holding you back in that insecure manner. So get over that deep. Figure it out. Again, that would be another reflection of the King of Swords. So maybe you need to dig deep to get to that truth so you can move on to the new landscape and the potential of the heart, okay? But I also think you're really tired as well, and I get that, because it's been a tough lesson for Pisces. It's like everything's been escalated over the last couple of years in emotional and spiritual testing, but you've been passing it. And here we come into the hopes and fears in the 9th position. The 5 of Pentacles, the 5 again, okay, good luck in the area of the Pentacles and the Wands, but it was always something to get over in tarot to get to the good luck. And here in the 5 of Pentacles, the material world, which including money, which is mostly focused on, and accomplishments in the material, especially work or even relationship at home, that kind of like ego, pride stuff, but we have to break it to get to the good luck, okay? We're feeling shameful and embarrassed, like maybe we didn't have enough money, maybe we couldn't help in this way, I didn't have enough time. It's all that translation into the material, but here's a little clue, Pisces. There's all your pentacles behind you. You're coming out of Shadowland. It's the way we're thinking about the situation, the way we're perceiving it. It's like in the Rider-Waite, the definition is loss of fortune. And it definitely feels like a thing of tightening of the pocketbook a lot of times, but it's the way we're feeling about the loss, right? I bet you if you were to look at that glass half full, you would realize how much gratitude, and how much you have in your life, okay? So again, put the priorities on the most important things, especially for the Pisces. You're not about the material, you're about the spirit. So the more that you linger in like, oh, woe is me in the material world, it's not going to wash, because you're missing the whole point, okay? And remember, that's our hopes and fears. So kick that fear to the side. We're not meant to play with it. It has no purpose whatsoever, right? Okay. And here's a validation. You just need to kind of take a chill and regroup and refresh and get to like balance up to what makes you happy, because that's kind of what's lacking here. It's like you've got so much going on, and maybe you don't even have enough time to put to that, like what will make you happy. But again, the same message is here. You have to make the time. And we'll get validated with that in a second as well. And the 9 of Pentacles and the 10th outcome card for the month is the ending journey of the minor arcana, right? We get to the 10. But the 9 is like all of my pentacles are there. But it's again another reflection that we're moving on in a new direction for the next journey of the material, right? Family, home, relationship, work, community, our body, our mind, right? So embrace this journey and this adventure, because it's turning anyway. So you might as well go greet it with open arms. That's the whole thing about the Death card and even the Devil card. It wants you to be free to make your decisions for you. And that's the Pisces way, okay? Be a free spirit, all right? It's almost like a Woodstock kind of vibe, which is really beautiful. It matches perfectly to the Pisces. And, God is giving you another validation here in the bonus card. We have the Major Arcana, the Strength card, another reflection of the tarot in the mastery of thought. That's what tarot is in the Strength card. It's like a modern day tarot again, just like the Chariot. I can handle anything. I have the wherewithal to take on anything. That responsibilities and obligations, I could do it, right? Including opportunities and potentials. But to the mastery of the thought, to the ancient tarot, it was overcoming ego, pride, anger, rage, those animal instincts that could get the better of us and make us snap or keep our mood or our approach or our attitude in a really foul mood, right? And especially if I'm feeling tired or I'm feeling devilish about other people or about myself and I'm not getting my justice. And then also, too, I'm feeling a little shamed because of the lack of whatever I perceive to be ego and pride in the pocketbook. And that's where the strength set is stop that, okay? Let's flip this script. You've got a lot going on. And remember, also give some work to the spirit. It's not all about the material, especially for a Pisces. So you might as well face that now. It'll give you joy, okay? It's all about what you want to make yourself happy. And the strength card says, don't let ego pride play with you. Don't let anger rage. Don't let other people's ego pride or anger rage play with you either, okay? This is a moment for you this month. So I just want you to take that deep breath, get into that meditative state, connect with God, and say, hey, what kind of light do I need to shine on this area to make myself happy? And I guarantee it, Pisces, because you have that special super ability to connect with God in the universe, you'll get your answer. You just got to take the time and stillness to do so. Okay, so that's your kind of charge for the month. Do you, and do you for the future as well, because it's all good. And pluck out any negativity the minute it appears, because it has absolutely no use for your betterment. Okay, thank you so much. Oh, thank you for visiting the channel. And if you're so inclined, if you like this content, if you would consider liking or subscribing, that would be awesome.